Kevin, so close to a win there, you must have thought you'd done enough to get over the line.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought we managed the game really well, in control of the game, had chances to maybe extend the lead as well, so extremely proud of the performance they put in. Obviously nightmares of coming back here a couple of months ago, and I thought man for man they were outstanding really. And you know, we felt pretty comfortable on the sidelines. They weren't causing us too many problems. John had been kept really quiet, not made too many saves and goals, so we were pretty pleased with the way things go. There were a couple of our lads who've been carrying a few niggles, who were struggling towards the end, but they hung in there and showed a real spirit, and I think we sent something really building this week. I think the new lads that have come in have really helped the group in terms of their personality and their leadership and the organisation and all those kind of things, and I thought, you know, we at that point we looked pretty comfortable. So disappointed with the way it's gone in. I have to see the goal back towards the end there, and I'd say we controlled the game, I think, right the way through, never looked in trouble throughout the game, and you know, the character and the response we got from the players there I thought was outstanding at times.
You mentioned Southport's last visit there now. Obviously a lot's changed since then, but when you look at that performance, there are clear improvements there, aren't there? What in particular do you take from that performance? I
think sometimes you can just sense something as a group. The training's been really good this week. You know, we're coming to a squad that have obviously lost a lot of games and low in confidence, and you know, the last two performances, particularly at Blythe, was disappointing. So to come here, which is a tough place to come, we all know that, and put in that kind of performance and you know, keep a very good team quiet at times, limit the chances, I think they deserve a lot of credit for that, and we just can feel something turning within the club. You know, we've been here a few weeks now, and it's, you know, we know we've got to turn this around. They're desperate for a win, we know that, and it's just obviously close again, but really pleased with what we saw today as a group of players, the team spirit and all those kind of things. You can really sense it's starting to come together for us, and we've been working hard as a group to do that. And you know, obviously disappointed not to get the win in the end. We're through to the next round, which is the main thing, I suppose, and we look forward to the replay next week, and we'll go again. So close to a win today, but overall, do you feel you're getting there? Do you think you're getting closer to that win? Yeah, as I said, we can sort of sense something amongst the group now. It's the spirit amongst the group, and it's crucial to any team in terms of success, failure. And I've been fortunate to play in a lot of successful teams in my career, and the one bad one we got relegated, and it was a bad spirit, so I know what it takes, and I can, as a group, the staff and the players, we've put big characters into the squad to help them, and just create that sort of togetherness. And you know, it just, you know, we've thrown an extra session in on Wednesday to get them together, just to change the environment, a bit of boxing in Liverpool, and they responded, and you know, they're doing everything that we're asking them. So, you know, I'm really, really proud of the group today. Can sense the change, the shift in terms of the way that they're feeling, and lots of positives to take from the game. It would have been nice to win the game, of course, but I think to be in the hat and through, you know, all round it was a good performance from the boys. They're all a little bit disappointing there, but there's lots of should we say, happiness and smiles in there in terms of the performance, and they put everything in for me. I can't ask for any more than that. You brought in Jason Gilchrist last week. It looked like he was going to score the winning goal, obviously, until they equalised, and I guess that's where someone like him proved his worth, really, with moments like that, isn't it? Exactly, yeah. Again, he's only been here a couple of sessions, really, so we know what he's all about. We get the quality, and I thought Bradley Jackson on the right there was outstanding at times. We're trying to get him to be more positive and get that final quality into his game, which he showed today. And you've got players like that in the box, Jordan Hallam, Jack Sampson, who came on. They'll score his goals. It's about the quality in that final product at the end of the pitch, and I thought we've shown lots of good signs of that today. So lots to take from the game. He'll score his goals, and probably disappointed it's not the winner for him, but we've got a very good player there, and he's a good addition to our squad. You touched on Brad Jackson there. I think he contributed to both of the goals. Was that kind of a deliberate ploy, really, to try and get him further forward, get him more involved in those type of areas? Yeah, he's a young boy, isn't he? His attitude's been spot on for us. We obviously changed the shape today, and we watched the games back from early on the season. He's played that position and done really well, so you know, there's a positive change in terms of the formation. We knew we could rely on him to do a job. I think defensively he did really well as well. You know, a lot of play came down the left side, particularly in that first half, and he stood up to it really. But we want him to get in those 1v1 positions, and he shows you what he can do. So it's just trying to build on his confidence. He's a young boy, he's very willing and keen to learn, and we'll keep working with him. You mentioned the formation there. You've tweaked it a few times since you've taken charge, but it looked like a 3-5-2 today. Yeah. What was the thinking behind that, and how do you think it worked? Well, listen, we came in and we've tried things. We feel the first 4 games in the systems that we played, we created chances. Been in front in 3 out of 4 of those games, I think, so we felt that was working on one side of it, and obviously the last 2 performances we just felt it wasn't quite right, so we watched the videos back as a staff, and we felt, you know, let's try this. We've obviously conceded a few goals, 3 at the back there, and try and look a lot more skill. We worked on it all week, and we've been happy with what we've seen, and the players have really adapted to it, and they look like they can play in that system. So, you know, it's difficult coming in as a manager, sometimes trying to find the right personnel in the formation, and you know, whether we stick to this one now and we'll wait and see and get the players used to playing one way, but we'll keep, you know, doing what we have to do as a staff, trying to make the right decisions when we can. And I thought the shape and the organisation of the team was very good. You know, Howson at the back there was outstanding at times. JP Kissett coming back into the team as well, looked lively, and again, these are big characters, and you could see what kind of effect they had on the rest of the squad, and that's the kind of people we want in this team.
Yeah, you mentioned Howson there, you brought him in this week. Just a few words on what you expect him to bring to the team.
I think we've seen what he brings to the playing side of things, but in terms of the dressing room, the character, we felt it was a little bit flat in there when we arrived, and you can say that's down to results prior to that, but we think we've got you know, a good squad of players in there, and we just needed to lift the whole place. And he's a big character. Speak to any of his teammates, people that know him, he'll lift the dressing room. I think the chat group's been going a bit busier this week and stuff, and you know, we're just trying to lift the place as a whole and putting that belief into him. He'll do that. We've got John at the back there, JP back in the team. There's some big characters in there. It's never difficult playing when you're on a bad run, but there's certainly been a good feeling around the place this week. Obviously, a few harsh words said after the game against Blythe, because it was the worst performance since I've been here, and the way they've reacted has been fantastic. Ultimately, a little bit disappointed, but I feel it's been a really good week for the club, and we'll move on.
And optimistic you can complete the job on Wednesday?
Yeah, I hope so. Like I say, we've got 3 or 4 players who've kind of hung in there. Been carrying knocks and playing, and that's the kind of people that we want, and we have to try and manage that as best we can. You know, the squad's fairly healthy, we say at the minute. Obviously Loe's suspended today, Steve Schumacher's carrying an Achilles injury as well, so we'll assess it and see how they are Monday. Tuesday we'll be in, and we'll pick a team from then, and obviously we've got to bear in mind a big game at the weekend after that as well. I don't think either team really wanted a replay, but we have to go again, and we'll ask the questions of the players once again. We'll pick a team to go and try and get into the next round.
That's great, thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.